49ers lose, but there's a bigger story than the 49ers not winning today's game. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like, comment, subscribe. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So 49ers lose to the Buccaneers. The game's actually still going on right now. I just know we're going to lose because Mac Jones threw his second interception of the game. So that's not good. I mean, throwing interceptions isn't great, but we're going to be talking about what happened in today's game. But the biggest storyline that happened in today's game was Fred Warner. Now, Fred Warner on one of the plays, if you guys want to search up the video, I'm not going to show the video just because it's pretty gruesome. It's not even like, it's not that bad. It's bad, of course, but people were like, don't look at this video. And I watched it, and even when it came up on the TV, I saw it. It was bad, yeah, but it's like, it wasn't like as bad as people were talking about it. Like, I don't know what I'm saying. It was bad, but it wasn't like, and then, yeah, Fred Warner was Jair Brown. Jair Brown started today, and Jair Brown was the one that landed on Fred Warner's ankle. And personally, I thought he was holding on to his knee. I thought it was going to be like an ACL injury or something, and that would have really sucked. But Diana Rossini came out and said 49ers linebacker Fred Warner suffered a dislocated ankle today, and he's going to meet with the doctors to determine how much time he will miss. Now, the biggest thing I could take from this is I don't really trust the 49ers medical staff because they said Nick Bosa didn't have an ACL injury, and then he had an ACL injury. And, they said that they're like this ankle injury, it looks bad, but it doesn't look too bad. I don't really know whether or not to believe them. If it is a basic dislocated ankle, he can only miss 4 to 6 weeks, which, like, it's not that bad, right? It's bad when a linebacker like that misses, 4 to 6 weeks, and he's probably the best defensive player in the league, if not the best, and probably was the front runner for defensive player of the year this year because he was playing that good. But I don't really know what else to say. This just sucks. Being like, why do we get so many injuries? I don't understand why we get so many injuries it seems like every single season since 2017, since Kyle Shanahan has joined the 49ers, it seems like we just get injuries after injuries after injuries, and it just keeps happening over and over and over again. And it's frustrating. Losing Nick Bosa, it sucked. That definitely sucked. Like, losing Nick Bosa, you don't just replace a Nick Bosa, but our defense still was great because we had a guy like Fred Warner. Fred Warner is a guy that, like, he's like, I don't know if you guys watch hockey, but he's like a Connor McDavid. Like, you could lose. I don't know if you guys watch hockey. If you don't watch hockey, then you won't understand what I'm saying. But it's like, if you lose a Leon Draisaitl and Connor McDavid are like two of the best players in the world. If you don't watch hockey, they play on the Oilers. But if you lose a Draisaitl, it sucks. But if you lose a McDavid, it really, really sucks because he's the best player in the league. And people have said Fred Warner is the best defensive player in the league, and I would agree with them. They think he's the best player in the league. Like, they literally think that as well. I just hope he didn't tear any ligaments. Like, that's like the biggest thing that us Niners fans have to watch out for is we gotta hope and pray he didn't tear any ligaments, because that's the biggest thing. If it's just a basic, dislocated ankle, he'll miss 4 to 6 weeks, which is fine. But yeah, it sucks. Next we can talk about Mac Jones. Mac Jones today actually didn't play that bad. I mean, right now the game's still going on, but he threw for over 300 yards. He threw 25 for 36 with 2 interceptions. The first interception was actually like the first throw of the game. I believe it was to Kendrick Bourne. Kendrick Bourne ran the wrong route. And then this last interception that I just saw on the TV, it was kind of just more or less him kind of forcing the ball a little bit too much, but that's Mac Jones. It's fine. I think the biggest thing for me, I thought Mac Jones played well today. Biggest thing for me was we'll get into it later, but we'll talk about Mac Jones' performance right now. I didn't think he was that bad. I thought Mac Jones with the weapons he had didn't play bad. Like this guy Mac Jones. If this was Purdy out there today, I think Purdy probably would have had a worse performance. That's just me. Like I'm just gonna say that. Like Mac Jones was fitting balls in tight spaces. Marcus Valdez-Scantling dropped the ball on one that should have been a catch. And yeah, like Mac Jones has Kendrick Bourne's the only one that he's throwing to. Demarcus Robinson had a terrible drop, but then he redeemed himself. But it's like, still, that's a drop that maybe we could have got a touchdown on that drive, right? So you never know. But Mac Jones didn't play bad today. I don't want to hear any Mac Jones hate. If I do, I will be pretty pissed off because the guy did all he could do today. Literally all he could do. But the reason Mac Jones threw 2 interceptions, I truly believe, was because of the offensive line and just the offense in general. There was 2 players that really showed up today for the offense. 3: CMC, Jake Tonjes, and Kendrick Bourne. Kendrick Bourne again with another game still going on, by the way, but with another 142-yard performance. Christian McCaffrey did have 17 carries, but he was great in the receiving game as well. He had 34 yards. I thought this was Christian McCaffrey's one of his best running performances. I'm looking at the stats. It doesn't really look like that, but I thought it was. But yeah, Marcus Valdez-Scantling with a drop. Demarcus Robinson with a crucial drop. But Kendrick Bourne, 142 yards. You got to love it. It's just the biggest thing about this offense is the offensive line. It is atrocious. Mac Jones is still getting beat up on. This is probably one of the worst performances I've ever seen from Dominic Pooney. The guy was just getting absolutely worked by Vita Vea, and I know Vita Vea is like a top defensive tackle in the league, so can't really harp on Dominic Pooney too much. It's just Jake Brendel as well. When are we going to get rid of that guy? It's just Trent Williams taking dumb penalties in the end of the game. It's like, what are you doing, Trent? What are you doing, man? Like, you're supposed to be a veteran leader on this team and you're taking stupid penalties. So I truly believe if the 49ers can fix their offensive line, they'd be great. Like, genuinely, they'd be a lot better. It's just Mac Jones has no time to freaking throw the ball. He does not have time to throw the ball at all. And it's just frustrating to watch. That's the biggest thing for me is just it's frustrating to watch when Mac, you know, looks like, maybe he could have a little bit more time in the pocket, but he doesn't at all because our offensive line is already letting Vita Vea rush Mac Jones right away. That's the biggest thing I could take from the offense. Literally the biggest thing. Otherwise, I don't think the offense played that bad with the amount of players that we have out, Ayuk, Kittle, Pearsall. Like, what else can Mac Jones do? What else? Next, talk about the defense. I thought the defense played pretty well with Fred Warner being out. Actually, no, they didn't. I don't know what I'm talking about. Fred Warner's that big of a player that the defense changed tremendously right when he went out. And Tony Romo said actually probably one of the stupidest things I've ever heard on a broadcast. I forget. I think it was Johnson's first touchdown, not Tez Johnson, the other Johnson. And he was like, and if you don't think Fred Warner's important, this is why he's important. No one thinks that he's not important. So I don't know what Tony Romo was talking about. That made absolutely zero sense whatsoever. Don't understand what he was trying to say, but go ahead, Tony Romo. But yeah, the defense just after Fred Warner went out was different. I don't really know what else to say. They were just a different defense. You're missing the best player in the league. Of course, your defense is going to look a lot different. I thought Tatum Bethune stepped up a little bit, though, in Fred Warner's absence. Like, he didn't look too bad. I definitely do think this is now, if Fred Warner misses some time, this is time for Nick Martin to come in and play. I mean, Kyle Shanahan, we all know he doesn't like to really play his rookies, but this is a time that he's got to. If Nick Martin is inactive next week against the Falcons, I will be shocked. Deommodore Lenoir had a rough game. Michael Williams got his first sack as a 49er. Michael's just getting better every single game. Same with Alfred Collins. I think both of those guys are great. Upton Stout actually didn't have too bad of a game. Malik Mustafa didn't see much, but he just came back from an ACL injury. Like, they literally started Jair Brown and Marquez Siegel. Don't know why they started Jair Brown. Don't ask me why. I think Jason Pinnock is way better than Jair Brown. I think anyone's better than Jair Brown, but maybe that's just me. Bryce Huff, I thought he played well. And otherwise, that's really it. I mean, we could also talk about the Buccaneers. Baker Mayfield's an absolute dog, man. I mean, Emeka Ibuka goes out for a little bit, and he has literally Tez Johnson and that's it to throw to. He doesn't even have his 3 main wide receivers, and he still threw for 256 yards, 2 touchdowns, and he threw for 17 for 23. The game is still going on, by the way, so these stats might not be correct at this moment in time, but they're around there somewhere. But Baker Mayfield's he's the best quarterback in the league right now. And I think everyone can agree with me on that. He's the best quarterback in the league. He has probably the second most injuries compared to the Niners, and he's still winning games. Like, he is still winning games. The Bucs are 5-1 now. Like, he is absolutely killing it. I think the Bucs are the scariest team when they're healthy in the NFC. Like, I think they are an absolutely great team. But that's really not, I don't really want to talk about the Bucs. I mean, we just lost to them. Lamont, whatever his name is, David played well. Vita Vea played well. They just have a great team. Tez Johnson, that was a great grab. I kind of wanted the Niners to draft Tez, but like, just want to draft a guy after one catch. But that's it, man. Let me know your guys' thoughts and opinions down below. I'm just sad because of Fred Warner. That's really it. Like, I don't have any energy this video. I'm just sad, man. Like, it just sucks because it's like you already lose Nick Bosa, and you're like, you know what? We lost Nick Bosa, but at least we got Fred. And then Fred goes down. But we got to hope and pray Fred is healthy. Not hope he's healthy, but hope he can come back this season. Because if he can come back this season, that's a huge bright spot. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure you guys drop a like, comment, subscribe. We are so close to 3,000 subscribers. It's your boy Maj, and I'm out, man. Peace. Go Niners.